I've grown up, I've always seen the Stanford Street. And when you see it in real life, it looks like a 10-year-old game. It's really one of the funniest basketball. It's really funny because
it is 6 o'clock on a Tuesday evening. Gino Aragon here with you, and time for the Mesilla Valley News Sports Podcast. And we are going to have a lot of fun tonight. Of course, our live draft is going on tonight. I see Kelly working furiously, as the head of our league at his computer, getting ready for our live draft. I've got the live draft pulled up as well. Right in here, you can see that. And of course, we're going to have a lot of fun talking a lot of sports. And our guest today just so happens to be Bernie Olivas from the Sun Bowl. And Bernie, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, fantastic. It's great to be here in Las Cruces.
Oh, you like Las Cruces now.
I used to spend a lot of time here. You might not, a lot of people don't remember because they're old, but my brother quarterbacked the Aggies from 1964 to 67. He was a quarterback for the Aggies, following Charlie Johnson a little bit. So I've been an Aggie. I was an Aggie fan long before I was a Miner fan. Of course, I played for the Miners, so now I kind of switched allegiance until as long as they're not playing, the Miners, I'll root for the Aggies.
Okay, so for this week we're good. Next week, it's on.
Oh yeah, that's right. This week I've got to go with the orange and blue.
Okay, technically it would be this week since it's this coming Saturday.
Correct.
The Aggies are going down to the Sun Bowl. Going to be taking on UTEP, and I'm looking forward to the game because it's been a while since we've had some good games. And although we were talking about this just before we won during the COVID years, I got to be nice because UTEP was nice enough to allow us to play a few games in the Sun Bowl during those COVID years. So that was really nice.
Those were tough years for everybody, including the Sun Bowl Association. We actually did not play a game in 2020. But luckily we almost got bit by the bug again this last year when Miami caught the COVID on the day before they were supposed to come, so they had to pull out and we had to scramble, but we did. We found Central Michigan up in Tucson, where Boise State pulled out of the Arizona Bowl for the same reason. And luckily, we got to bring them down to El Paso and had a tremendous game. They played a tremendous game for us.
It's nice just to be able to be going into these years and not have to worry about it as much. I mean, we still have the COVID protocols. We still have things that we have to follow, but it's not hitting everybody, obviously, as hard as it was. And that you've got a date set, you're going to have a game. It's just a matter of, when we get to December, when we're going to find out who's going to be playing, right?
Exactly. On December the 4th, Sunday afternoon, is Selection Sunday, and I would expect that we're going to have a Pac-12 team versus an ACC team, and it'll be played. Normally, we play on December 31st, but this year we're going to play it on Friday, December the 30th at noon. Last year we did play it on the 31st, but we kicked off at 10 a.m., which was a little early.
That's early, yeah.
And the reason for that was because the CFP, the college football playoffs, started at 1:30, and we did not want to compete against the semifinals, so we moved it to 10 o'clock. This year it's on Friday, which is also a pretty good college football day, and it's going to start at noon, our normal noon time.
Well, I can tell you this: it's going to make people, a lot of people, happy to I don't feel well on a Friday. I may have to stay home from work at the Sun Bowl.
But by that time, it should be a holiday weekend. It is the 30th. It's a holiday weekend, so hopefully nobody's working on the 30th either. And it's a 12th, and it gets everybody a chance to have a great time at the Sun Bowl and still have enough time to recover for New Year's Eve the following day. So,
and then of course, New Year's Day.
So I'd like to invite all Las Cruces to come on down, and it's more than just a football game. I think it's an event, and we try to have something for everybody, and so invite all Las Cruces to come on down.
Oh, no, absolutely. It is an event that a lot of people look forward to every year. A lot of people here in Cruces look forward to, and I know from out of town, because you get visitors from all over that would come into town for the Sun Bowl. Of course, normally if the teams have anybody that's traveling, we've got a lot of people up there that way.
Well, that's the idea behind all bowl games. And really, bowl games are created to create some tourism during a time where a lot of people don't travel. And I think that's why most bowls exist, is to create some tourism. And yes, the whole idea is to have people come in from out of town. Hopefully the fans of the two teams that are playing will come in and have a positive economic impact on the Southwest, El Paso, Las Cruces, even Ciudad Juarez. So, people come in, they go to White Sands, they go all over the place. And so that's the idea behind bowl games. And of course, the players are treated pretty well during that week. They get it's a good cultural experience. So bowl games are a lot of fun.
Having only been to one,
Shame on you.
When New Mexico State did go to the bowl game, it was a lot of fun, and it was a blast. It makes me wish I had actually traveled up there the day before to go ahead and have fun, but it makes me wish I had traveled up there like for the week before or a few days before to really enjoy that whole experience that was very good. That I know that a lot of the players and a lot of the fans get to do for that week.
Well, not only do the football players get treated well, and they do, but most cities that host bowl games have a lot for the out-of-town people that come in.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they do it, including ourselves. Our fan fiesta the night before the game it's a free event at the convention center downtown. It goes from like 5 to 9, and we have everything from cheerleaders to bands to local bands, and it's highlighted by the Battle of the Bands, where both school bands come and they put on a tremendous performance. So there's food, there's games, there's all kinds of activities going on at the convention center. Like I said, it's free of charge for anybody to come over and have a good time. So that's part of the fun that visitors from out of town can have, and that's why coming in 1 or 2 days earlier is a lot of fun. And there are so many great things to do in the El Paso, Las Cruces area in southern New Mexico that it's a great event for not just the football team but for all our visitors as well.
Absolutely, and of course. You guys, I know you and Kelly were talking a lot about the history of the Sun Bowl, and you told me it's the second longest running
It's
Sun
the
Bowl
second most game behind the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl has about 10 years, and there's a little caveat to that. Actually, the Orange Bowl and the Sugar Bowl and the Sun Bowl were all played the first game on the same day of January 1, 1935. However, we were formed as an organization in August of 1934, and the Sugar and the Orange, they formed like October, November. So we were an organization before they were. So we say we're the second oldest bowl game in the country.
You know what I say? I say it counts.
There you go.
Absolutely, it counts.
When I'm around them, we say we're tied for the second oldest
Okay.
bowl. But right now, I'm saying we are the second oldest bowl game in the country.
So you look directly into that lens right there and say, no, but that's very a long time, and you've had very good, memorable games in there. I know you and Matt had brought up the Notre Dame game. That was, you said that set a record.
That still has set the largest crowd in the Sun Bowl Stadium for any event. We had over 54,000 people, and the stadium at the time only held 52, so we had a lot of standing room only. And of course, getting Notre Dame to El Paso was a big, boom for our city. Something that probably nobody ever imagined that we could get him down here, but everything fell right for us that year, and we wound up, with Brian Kelly brought his team down here, against the Miami team that they hadn't played each other since 1992, since the old Lou Holtz and Jimmy Johnson feud, where they tagged the game, the Catholics versus the convicts back then.
Okay, wow.
And there was a lot of bad blood, so they stopped playing each other, and we were the first time they played each other since 1982. So a lot of history behind that game.
Yeah, that's history, because you talk about the history of the Sun Bowl itself, but usually, like with those two teams, you bring a lot of history between the teams and the games themselves when they come in, because you never know exactly who's going to be going up against who, what's the what was the last time that they played, and it's always interesting to see what teams make it there and the kind of stories.
Something else that's special to the Sun Bowl game is that CBS has televised our game 54 consecutive years. And there's only one other sports program on TV that has been on the same network longer than the Sun Bowl, and that would be the Masters Tournament, and that is also on CBS. So they have televised our game 54 years in a row, and hopefully they'll continue. We still have 4 years left on our contract, so CBS has been a tremendous partner for us. And again, we are the only game on CBS network. Every other game is on ESPN. So we kind of feel special that we are the only game that is not on ESPN and is on the CBS network. So that's another feather in our cap.
That's kind of tradition at this point. You got the Sun Bowl, and it's going to be on CBS, and you're going to have a great game. In fact, you are going to have a really great game, because your title sponsor is Tony the Tiger, right?
Tony the Tiger. It is called the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. And thanks to Kellogg's up in Battle Creek, Michigan, we thought this would have been a great way to promote. They have an initiative called Mission Tiger. And they have told us that 60% of middle schools across the country are losing their athletic programs.
Yeah.
And what Mission Tiger does is every box of Frosted Flakes that is sold, some of that money goes to Mission Tiger to help supply sports equipment to middle schools across the country. And they kicked off that initiative in El Paso by donating $300,000 worth of sports equipment to the middle schools in El Paso district. So, and again, just to let everybody know, next time you're looking for cereal, buy a little Frosted Flakes, and some of that money goes to help middle school athletics around the country.
Absolutely, that is great. And like you said, around the country that they do that. That's a great program that they have. And it's really cool when you get title sponsors that are really willing to put a lot into the community like that.
Oh, and just a shout out. When we canceled the game in 20, and I called them and said, hey, COVID has killed us. They donated 1 million meals to El Pasoans fighting hunger down in El Paso. 1 million meals.
That's a lot.
Then they paid every employee that was going to work the Sun Bowl game as if this game had been played. It's a tremendous sponsor. Hope we keep him for a long time.
That's it. Yeah, keep him around. I mean, I hear that Tony is kind of a great guy. No pun intended. Okay, pun intended. And he's not really a guy. He's a tiger. He's a great tiger.
I would have brought him down. I'd have brought him down if I'd have known we had a little bit more time. I'd have brought him down here.
I would have loved to talk to Tony the
Maybe we
Tiger.
can do this again. We'll bring Tony the Tiger down.
Bring Tony the Tiger down. We'll sit here. We'll talk about cereal. Maybe have a couple of drinks. Root beers, people. Just to make sure.
One of the most recognized mascots, I think, in the world. And
it very much a part of my childhood, the Frosted Flakes and Tony the Tiger for sure. So, but that is great that you have that sponsor. And once again, it's very exciting that you get the game in there. And like I said, to be getting everybody here after all of the COVID years and after how tough that was to get everything out there, because that hit everybody really, really hard. And to try and come back like that, I think it's pretty cool that you've been able to do that. And every year it just seems to get bigger and bigger as we've been able to change.
And that's what we try to do. And gives a shout out to all of us. There were 17 bowl games out of 43 that were not played in 20 because of COVID. And last year, I think there was only 9 that were played. And I think everybody's back.
I think everybody
normal
this year.
Everybody's back to normal. And I get the bowl season is a tremendous way to to celebrate the college football, and hope it continues for a very, very long time.
I think that it will. And of course, with the Sun Bowl coming up, like you said, that's going to be December 30th, a high noon start for the game. And I think it's going to be awesome. And we won't know until Selection Sunday what teams are playing.
That's correct.
Do you have any hopes or wishes for getting anybody in?
It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only caveat that we have in the contract that we don't have to choose the same teams that were there the year before. So that gives us an opportunity to go and get different teams to come. And I think our locals want to see different teams that play, and I'd like to see a Wake Forest, a North Carolina, or a Stanford or USC, to come down. So just hope they're healthy when they come down here. They provide a great game for us.
Absolutely. And anything else that we wanted to talk about?
Yes. I want to invite everybody to go to our website. And just go to our website at www.sunbowl.org and play our Chick-fil-A Pick'em Challenge. It is absolutely free. All you have to do is pick 10 games that we put up on our website. There's no points involved. Just pick the winners, and the person who wins the most games gets 2 tickets to the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Is that it? Hold on a second. Let me bring that up for everybody here so that you can see that.
So every weekly winner gets 2 tickets to the Sun Bowl game. And this year we have a celebrity picker. And if the winning person beats a celebrity, he gets an additional gift from Chick-fil-A. Thanks to Joey Martinez down at the Chick-fil-A on Edgemere and Airway. Now, each weekly winner then automatically gets entered into Championship Saturday, which is December the 3rd, and the winner of that week wins some a grand prize of the special tickets and the Sun Bowl VIP tickets, special parking, food the entire game. It costs absolutely nothing. Just go to our website, register, pick who you think's going to win the 10 games that we pick, and have that.
That is something that is pretty awesome right there to go ahead and be able to offer something like that, because that's going to the Sun Bowl, but that's going to the Sun Bowl in style.
Absolutely. Like I said, weekly winners get tickets. Each weekly winner will then get an opportunity to get the grand prize, which is tickets up in the Captain's Club, free parking, the VIP pregame party. Like I said, it costs nothing. And the great thing about this is you don't have to play every week. If you just played the last week or won that week,
you have a shot.
You have a shot.
Tickets given away every week.
That's right. That's correct.
That is awesome, and you can do that at sunbowl.org.
Sunbowl.org.
Sunbowl.org, and
It's
you
on
can
our
see the link.
homepage.
Yeah, you can see the link right there. I lost my mouse. There it is. You can see the link right there where you can go ahead and get that done, and that would be pretty awesome. And of course, the game is going to be itself on December the 30th at noon. Selection Sunday is going to be coming up here at December 4th, I think, right?
December 4th.
Beginning of December, where they figure out what teams are going to be playing. But as always, everybody looks forward to that Sun Bowl game. And we look forward to maybe talking to you again before we get there, maybe after we find out the teams, or even before.
That'd be
You can bring Tony down.
Absolutely.
And we can
we'll
ask
bring
Tony, what's it like being a Tiger in the Southwest?
Of course, Tony doesn't talk.
Tony doesn't talk?
I talk for him, but he is a
Okay.
tremendous presence. So I would still like to bring him down.
We can have him stand in front of our banners over here.
Oh, he takes pictures. You'll talk to the kids. He's a great mascot.
He's great. Okay. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. This has been a pleasure. I love Las Cruces, and we'll hope that's it. We'll be back again soon.
Absolutely. When we get closer to the Sun Bowl, we get the teams coming in, we'll definitely have you back, and we can talk a little bit more about what's going on and maybe some other things that we're coming up with.
Thank you.
And also, I just have to say this, just right here. Good luck on Saturday.
I appreciate it. Good luck to everybody.
You're going to need it.
And you know what I always say about who do I want to win? I said, as long as the game is determined by the players and not by some freak call. Good luck
Not by
to
any advertent whistle.
That's what I'm talking
That
about.
we walk away, no injuries.
That's exactly what
And
let the players decide the game.
Exactly. So it's going to be a good game, but I am looking forward to that. So thanks a lot, Freddie, and we'll talk to you again pretty soon here in the future.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
a lot. And of course, Mesilla Valley News Sports Podcast. We're going to be doing our live draft here momentarily. We do have our fantasy football league. Of course, Kelly Fort is our chairman. Yeah, he's the guy in charge. I saw him messing around on his computer, getting everybody ready. I'm kind of happy because I ended up getting the second pick, but then I forgot we've got a snake draft, which means that I'll get the second pick and then everybody else will choose, and then it just flips over, and that last person that got that pick will pick again, back to back, and then it'll finally come back to me. So I get the second and probably like the 19th in there. So we'll see how that draft goes, and we'll see how everything works out in that particular way with the fantasy football draft. Of course, is going to be coming up. I did want to mention a little bit about some of our local sports that were going on this past weekend, of course. Not a great weekend for some of our local teams. I know that the Bulldogs were not able to find consistent offense, defense, or special teams until late in the second half, and they lost 63-35 to El Paso Eastwood, and that drops them to 0-2. And of course, Centennial Hawks also suffered their first loss of the season Friday night in La Cueva. That final was 28-21. But a very great moment on Thursday night when Oregon Mountain and Mayfield players actually kneeled at midfield after the public address announcer just announced the first cross-city rivalry game was going to be dedicated to Abraham Romero, which is the Oregon Mountain football player that collapsed after a few plays in the first game of the season up in Deming. And of course, they really wanted to honor him for that game. And everybody had 22 seconds of silence. And that was in honor of number 22 on the team. And of course, the Knights went on to win that game 28-0. So they were successful on that endeavor. And the Aggies, although they didn't have a good weekend, or week, I should say, up in Minneapolis, but that's a tough one. That's a tough game.
It was a very tough one.
That's a tough game to win. But the Aggie Aggie volleyball team was perfect over the weekend in Davidson, North Carolina. They were up there for, I believe it was the Wildcat Classic, and they were able to beat North Carolina A&T, and then also Lindenwood in the second game, and then finish out the Classic by beating by beating the Wildcats at home right there. So they swept that series out here and return home for a Friday-Saturday game against Santa Barbara. So they'll play on Friday at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then on Saturday at 11 a.m. against UC Santa Barbara. So they'll be coming home and playing in the Pan Am Center for the first time. And then also soccer had a very good week as well. They did beat UTEP 3-0 on Thursday night as well, but they also had a great Saturday night as they were able to shut out the Vikings of and that was also a 3-0 match there. So they had a pretty good week as far as Aggie soccer and Aggie volleyball. And of course, like I said, we play the games and just got to do those. The football team did not have a lot of fun. Well, we had fun, but the game itself is one of those games where, you know, you're going up against, you know, a Big Ten team. What are you going to do at those games?
I will say, Coach Kill, I've met Coach Kill several times. I think Las Cruces is extremely lucky and happy to have him here. He's going to do things that a lot of coaches haven't been able to do.
Actually, I
really think he's going to turn this program around.
The weird thing about Coach Kill, and I'm sure that everybody's probably noticed that, is he fits in very well here in Las Cruces, and he's like, you know, like that uncle that you haven't seen in a while, but comes in and gives you a hug and says, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on?" And he fits in very well. And the first time I met him, he was just great to talk to. Was answering all the questions. And hopefully, we'll get him on our podcast here pretty soon, and talk with him a little bit more about what's going on this season. But I feel like there's a different feel, there's a different air at the games this season as opposed to other seasons with other coaches. I mean, there's always something that kind of let down, you know, maybe halfway through the game in the third quarter, but you don't feel that here with these players. And a lot of them are giving Coach Gill everything that they've got.
First time I met him, he was wearing jeans and boots, and I knew he belonged here.
That's true. He fits in very well. He does fit in very, very well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to that game. I'm sure you'll probably be there on Saturday night.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. And it's going to be a coach game as Miners will take on the Aggies on Saturday. And that I am looking forward to. And we're going to go ahead and bring Kelly in here and see if we're just about ready to get our fantasy football draft going and see what else that we have. So let's see. Kelly? Commissioner Kelly.
All right.
Commissioner Kelly. Are we about ready to go? You hope?
We're live.
We are live. Are we live? I haven't checked my phone.
Well, I have not. Actually, we're not.
We're not
I'll
live.
start it back up.
We got to scoot over a little more. Thank you so much. We got Kelly Ford, of course. Do I have to call you Commissioner?
I would prefer Mr. Commissioner.
Mr. That's how you know it's live when you get the mics being knocked around by Commissioner.
We got a live one.
We got a live one. Yep.
Okay. So
all right. So
we'll
Kelly,
listen. Here, hold on.
All right.
I think it's funny when it does this.
Nice. That's loud. I think we're gonna have to get a little bit closer together. You're right up on the edge.
Oh,
okay,
gotcha. Video. I wasn't thinking video. I was just thinking mic.
No, this is a video podcast as well as a mic one. Man, those speakers are good. I got to get me some of those.
I know. I need to turn them down. I guess I have them cranked.
Cranked.
Right.
I mean, I'm deaf, and I heard those with headphones on, talking into a microphone where all the audio is supposed to be coming to me.
Right.
And yeah, those came over.
Let's see.
All right, so we're almost ready for our draft.
First picks in the book.
We got about a minute to go.
First picks in the book. Jonathan Taylor popped off.
Okay, what did he get?
Oh no, that's who my buddy J.R. Floyd selected. Jonathan Taylor.
So I'm up next.
And you're up. So you have your choice.
Oh, he took. Oh no, he did not. I'm taking.
Hey, full point PPR.
Okay.
That is.
And this is for everybody who hasn't seen. This is our draft board. We got a little countdown over here, and I believe you're up right now.
I am up. I have drafted this guy in numerous leagues.
Thanks, Bernie.
And I'm going to stick with it. I've drafted Christian McCaffrey twice in the past, and it's been nothing but the worst thing of all time.
But
so I'm going to take Austin Eckler, running back, Los Angeles. You know what? It's the San Diego Chargers. I'm never going to call it anything other than that. It's the San Diego Chargers.
Mhm.
They just happen to reside in LA right now.
I know another San Diego fan that feels the same way.
All right, McCaffrey goes. So you were saying previously that you have the worst luck
I do.
in fantasy football,
I do.
and we might be kindred spirits from that
Oh, really?
standpoint. And the only difference is, I am quite positive that I'm the best fantasy football player of all time, and I have no results to back that claim up.
Okay.
So I feel like we have the same results. We just take two different paths to get there.
Okay, because I feel that as the greatest fantasy football
Player of all time.
all time, that you are indeed living a fantasy. So that's not a bad thing. Okay, so you're living that fantasy. I'm a little bit more reality based because I'm just looking at that going like, I know somebody's going to get injured, and it's probably going to be like in the second or third game, or even worse yet, somewhere around the fifth game, right in the middle of the season, somebody's going to get injured, and that's going to tank everything for me.
Hey, it's a combination of bad luck,
Mm-hmm.
overthinking,
Yes, definitely.
and it's just this weird combo of just not doing anything really well, regardless of how
Something
good
I'm good at, I think.
regardless of how good that I think that I am. So, it was really funny listening to you talk to Bernie,
No.
because just sitting here right before you guys went live and talking about, I mean, I've been to a ton of Sun Bowls, and one of the very first ones, if not the very first one I ever went to, I went with Lindsay.
Really?
Yeah, and it was Notre Dame. I want to say it was the Notre Dame Miami one, and it was so cold, but those two teams travel so well.
Well, come on now. Let's be honest. Miami might have had a little bit of problem with the cold because they get a lot of heat down there. Notre Dame was going to be fine with it. I think they were enjoying a nice day out there.
It regardless of the game, the fans that traveled and that tailgate scene was out of this world.
Well, like Bernie said, it's become a tradition right now. You get the teams that are in there, and it doesn't matter what teams are playing. It's a great time to get out there with your friends, do the tailgating, get out, enjoy the game. If you get a great game, that's a bonus.
I mean, just you heard us talking about
Yeah.
some of the players that we watched. Even though it was one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life, the 3-0 Pittsburgh Oregon State game. LaShawn McCoy was out on the field. Heisman finalist Toby Gerhart was out on the field when Stanford was there. It was funny because when Stanford played Oklahoma, two future number one NFL draft picks, Sam Bradford and Andrew Luck, both set out the game.
Yeah.
But Bradford's was due to injury, and Luck was just because he knew he was going to go number one overall.
Yeah, save yourself. Don't risk any injuries.
Yeah, but I mean, just the talent. That bowl game historically has drawn really, really well, and so just it's right there. It's New Year's Eve, so usually it's go over, have a good time, come back,
have a good time,
take a nap for just a second, recharge for just a minute, and then have a good time.
and then have a good time. Yeah.
It really does play well. So
Well, Bernie did say that it was going to be on the 30th this year instead of the 31st, so it's going to be on the Friday the 30th at noon, which I feel is just a perfect time for a lot of people to play hooky from work.
listen, rule number one when
Yeah.
you're having an event,
Yes.
give people an excuse to not go to work, because everyone's got plans on Saturday.
Yeah.
Everyone's looked. No, we're trying to support the community. Number one, just give people a reason. Give them a reason to not to not go to work on a Friday, and trust me, you'll get the turnout that you want. Let's see here. What do we got going on?
I don't know. I was just checking out our pick history.
Yeah.
We're number 13's up. Who's up now?
Justin Walkie sitting inside just took. We have two of the bartenders here from Amador. Justin Walkie and Lance Edwards are both in the league. On the weekends, I know that Walkie really works 575 a lot. So if anyone's interested in a craft cocktail handled by a fantastic gentleman, be sure to pop in and see Justin over there. Lance is generally in Spoke. I think I've occasionally seen him in Amador, but two guys that 100% well worth sitting down and letting them serve you a tasty adult beverage.
Absolutely. And who do we got?
Well, we had a Cincinnati run right there. Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, C.D. Lamb just pops.
Yep.
It's
Uh-oh.
I can tell. So funny story. I need to check. Let me see here.
Oh, he's playing commissioner duties.
El Yoker. Have we figured out if El Yoker is? Let me see. It's got to be Max.
It is Max.
Is that Max?
So Max, FYI, is drafting. Is it still Minute Maid Park in Houston where the Astros play?
I don't know.
Is it? I'm not sure.
I don't know what it's called. He's at a live Astros baseball game right now.
Is he?
Yes, he just FaceTimed me while I was standing over there talking to Ed, and he's at an Astros game.
Maybe we should try and invite him into the stream again.
While
While he's doing, we can distract him. That's it. We can distract him, Kelly. We distract him as he's making his picks. Therefore,
it's still Minute Maid Park.
Good.
It's a fantastic park. So I understand, but he's literally sitting there watching a baseball game. He drafted Josh Allen in the first round. I think he did that on purpose because he knew that was someone that I was interested in the second. But
see, all the running backs are going right now. Ed just got one.
Yep.
Nice turnaround.
Nice
turnaround out there. He got good picks.
I will be in LA on Thursday watching your wide receiver catch multiple touchdown passes.
Excellent.
So I will, trust me, I will be. I'm a diehard Bills fan.
We have some of the participants in the league here. Big Ed Carnathan's off to the side. He's doing his draft on his phone.
Oh no, he's got multiple platforms. He just is.
You got the whole thing.
I got cheat sheets, everything.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's ready.
Well, Ed,
I've been doing this for 25 years.
Ed,
25 years.
By chance, so
Here, Ed.
are you aware of the format?
You don't have to come in camera, but here, grab the mic and there you
You
go.
go
That's
over
live.
there.
Touch tips.
Or you can stand over in
Nobody's
front of
been over
KJRT.
there yet.
No, we're good. We're good.
So, are you aware of what's at stake in this league?
No
completely?
one's still.
Oh, no one's explained the stakes to Ed yet?
No.
So,
Okay, this would be good.
so Max had the idea, and
I don't have to wear a speedo, do I?
no, well, you know what?
No.
It's-
That's optional. I wouldn't recommend it though. I would not recommend it.
If you do, I will too. So just know that you won't go down alone. But the
I will
funniest thing is, this league is not necessarily about who wins it.
Right.
This league is about not finishing in last place.
Okay. All right. Good.
Whoever wins it, we'll take everyone's kind of, we're donating some money. Whoever wins it gets to pick what charity that the total league fee goes to.
Oh, wonderful.
So it's all going to be local and it all go there. But the kicker is if you finish in last place,
Last place.
we have a trophy for last place.
Right.
I got to make sure I got it. It's look. No.
It's going to, the last place finisher has to go take the SAT with the graduating high school students, and your team name, your name, and your SAT score goes on the trophy.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the whole thing. There is a trophy. There is a trophy for this league.
Yeah,
It is for last place.
There we go. For last place.
For last place, and like you said, you get your SAT score on there, and it's there for everyone to see. And
Nice.
Are you-
Nice.
are
I've
you
never
prepared?
heard of that before, but that's a beautiful touch.
that's a good one, I think.
It is. It's a beautiful touch.
Are you prepared?
I think it's gonna make it. I think it's gonna make it really fun. I'm really interested in seeing how it kind of plays out.
It should
All
be
right,
pretty
I'm
good.
on the
Should be
clock.
pretty good. Should be pretty good to see how that goes. As we get into the season, I've said before, Kelly, I told Kelly last week, that I have traditionally been one of the worst players in any of the fantasy football leagues that I have. If I'm not dead last, I'm near the bottom right there. So this is not something that I'm looking forward to.
Oh, come on,
Because-
you
because-
gotta think
come on.
more positive than that.
My algebra skills are not up there, man. Okay, everything else I think I'm pretty cool on, but those math skills would tank me.
Well, this is the advice I want to give you. Draft at least 3 kickers in the next 3 rounds.
And
I think
that'll work.
be-
And that'll work.
be key. It'll be key to winning the league.
Corner the kicker market.
That's
Corner
right,
the kicker market.
Kicker market. Yes.
I was thinking about going
Those
for a
guys
defense
don't grow on
next,
trees.
You know,
Those guys do
Oh,
not.
you can if you want. I don't want to tell you no.
Hey, that's a healthy pivot right there.
Did you draft Mark Andrews?
Wait a minute. Am I on
No,
the
I did
clock?
not.
No,
I am on the
How
clock
did
now.
we-
Max did.
Motherfucker, right before I was born.
Language, Lindsay. Language.
The dump button. Where's
There's
Ah.
no done button.
Shoot. Okay. We don't have much in the way of
How do I talk?
receivers, but I think I'm gonna go Akers.
Well, what have you drafted so far, Gina?
I got Cooper.
Okay.
And I just got Akers. Remember,
Okay.
I was number 2, so
And
I
you-
had to
so-
wait a
So
while.
as the Rams go, you will go.
Yeah, pretty much right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh man, I just realized I did that. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, I just realized I did that. 2 of them from the same team.
No, that's all right. That's okay.
it's totally fine.
There's
From
nothing
a,
wrong with There's nothing
No,
wrong
no,
with
there's,
good
that.
there's
offense.
nothing wrong with that, but like,
if you told me you had 2 Houston Texans in your starting lineup,
Right.
I'd
Yeah.
be a little nervous.
but I got 2 LA Rams, which bodes well.
Nah, you're fine.
And
You're
and I do like the Rams for one reason.
Is
But
that,
what that is loud.
I think it's yours.
Is it mine?
I think
Oh,
it's
it could be
yours.
mine. It could be mine. It could be mine.
Because I've turned my speaker down almost all the way.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming through here. It's coming through because it's coming through the computer. I fixed that problem with Max, though. That's a good idea. That's a good thing to know.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, that's why. Yes,
Yeah,
that's why it's yours.
Yeah, that's why we couldn't do that.
Okay.
But like I was saying, with the Rams, there is one reason that I do like the team. Nita Strauss is their official guitar player, so I am
Oh,
a
there
big
you
fan
go.
of
That's a
Nita.
good reason. Sure.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Nita, so that's a good reason to be a Rams paying attention to her. I'm not a fan, but I'm paying attention to the team.
You're up.
Am I up again?
Oh yeah, yeah, because you're right there on
Okay,
that
yeah, we
pivot.
turned around. Okay.
Now I will recommend not drafting around. I will say.
I'm not going to
I
go
would
for a
say
Ram. I'm just trying to see
three's,
who's up
you
here.
know, three's company, as they say.
I want to see if we've got. Okay. How many running backs do we get?
Two running backs, 3 receivers. You got.
Okay, I think I'm going to go with the second running back.
I don't
right?
hate that.
Okay. So I got my 2 running backs.
I like him.
Yep.
Okay.
I have Barkley on another team that I have, so I think it's a good pick.
All right, this is going to be my reach.
Oh, that's
You know what?
no,
We-
that's
we
not much
haven't-
of a reach. No.
We haven't even made fun of Lindsay's picks yet.
I know.
I know.
Let's see here. Let me bring it up. Where's Finkel?
I got the list right here. Let's see. What did she pick?
All right, now that Andrews,
Laces.
Kelsey, and Pitts are all gone.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to draft the tight end until later.
Correct. Now you just.
All the top 3 guys are gone.
Yep.
Now it'll be just whoever you can find.
That middle group is just. There's not a ton of difference.
No, they're all the same.
4 to 10 is the same to me. Yep, I agree 100%. And with me making this move, this is where I will then just wait on quarterback and I'll just let it sort itself out. Now let's see here. Where is
Oh, I don't know.
Seriously, like my 2 little secrets.
There
that
we
I was
go.
gonna
So that looks like it's
steal
going pretty good
from
right there.
someone.
And Ed, do we? As long as we got you on the microphone, anything coming up this week with the
Oh, I might.
with Visit
No,
Las Cruces?
Yeah, it says I'm on.
Oh,
Laces
you would
out.
ask me
You
right
are.
now.
You've got
I have
16
fantasy on the
seconds.
brain right now, Gino.
Yeah, fantasy on the
I can
radar.
only concentrate on one thing at a time.
Okay, so what's your strategy right now? We know Kelly's.
Well, I have a running back and wide receiver. Obviously, got to go with another wide receiver or another running back.
Yep.
That'll be my next coming up here.
See here what you.
Oh, Max is on the clock.
Oh, Max is on the clock.
Yeah,
What
well, you made it back.
You took
Mitch
Trubisky?
I guess.
do you go with?
Not on purpose.
Well, nothing wrong with that, Mitch. Nothing wrong with that. He might be parking cars at Heinz Field by the end of the year, but
That's
it's a
not
good
what I
thing.
meant to do.
That is his.
I'm
I mean,
panicking.
just
You
look
know-
at the points he
No,
put up
but
last year from 2021. 8.1.
8.1.
I mean,
8.1.
it's a strong start.
Oh, he's
That's
going
a
to be
solid
the starter for the Steelers.
You know,
he will start.
He could have a breakout year. It could be something that
Look, I thought he got a pretty unfair shake in Chicago, considering how big of a what show that place was.
Yeah.
They made the
Kelly.
playoffs. Exactly. I didn't say. I said, yep. I didn't do it. I'm not Lindsay.
I swear to God, I picked a wide receiver.
Check your queue. Clear your queue. I think you queued it up.
Because if there's something in your queue,
I was panicking, and I hit.
Yeah, you're on auto pick, so you need to turn your auto pick off.
Oh.
Well, it's because you timed out, and that's
I did time out.
yeah.
So it just picks whatever
there's
was coming up. Yeah.
So-
Trubisky.
There should be a little button to hit that's auto pick somewhere to turn it off.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Gino, we have the chess qualifier coming up that we talked about.
Yeah, that's what I thought about. It was a
That's
chess
not this
qualifier.
weekend, but it's next.
That's coming up next.
Yeah,
chess
that'll
qualifier.
be not this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Holiday Inn Express North.
Cool.
And hopefully we'll have 70 to 100 chess players there. Should be a great event.
And as long as I'm in between picks right now, I'll just kind of talk about some of the things they've got coming up at the Amador here. I do know that they've got that Create an Artist Showcase that is going to be coming up here. And then, of course, what do we got? Juan Comedy Series, the number one, that's coming up on September the 8th. So that's going to be this weekend. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. And then, of course, the big one that they're going to really have that I know everybody's looking forward to is September 17th, which is the Canelo and Triple G fight that's going to be up here. They're going to have it up on the 30-foot high-resolution Jumbotron, the stadium lighting, the sound, and everything else. And I know tickets are available if you go to the website, amadorlive.com/events. And, yeah, check out a great boxing match, Canelo versus Triple G. Ed, do you have any thoughts on a good boxing match there?
Oh, it's going to be exciting to see that bout. This is the trilogy, right?
This is the third one in the trilogy, yeah.
Well, we could have another one because one went to a draw, right?
Mhm.
One Canelo won.
Yeah.
And then now this is the third. So if Triple G wins, we're going to have to go to a fourth.
You're going to have to go to a fourth to find
Right.
out who actually is the winner there.
But it should be a great fight. Canelo's a tough customer, and he's coming off of a loss, so I'm sure he's going to be hungry for a win.
Absolutely. It should be pretty good there. But like I said, that's going to be September the 17th right here on the Amador. You can get single tickets for $15. And then, of course, they have tables. So get a group of friends together, come out and enjoy the match, the boxing match. It's going to be a great one out here and the patio and Amador Live on the 30-foot high-resolution Jumbotron. That's a nice screen to have up there. So that'll be pretty good.
And
we were trying to talk Max into letting us use the Jumbotron to, put our draft board up. No, he has to go be busy.
He's
He's busy watching the Astros.
Oh, man.
Well, and then this Friday, the Home Builders Association and Max are having the 2022 Jackalope Cup, the event that Max is putting on for the Home Builders Association. Out here on site, starts 4:00. Everyone, it's a faux golf event, so there's teams, there's an entry fee. It's going to be the first of its kind. So right now, I know people are really nervous about like, what is it? What's going to happen? Rule number one: if Max is involved, just trust that it's going to be awesome. And so you meet in the clubhouse. Broken Spoke's the clubhouse. As you move out with your foursome, you play the course out here. There are multiple stops. There are multiple beverage stations. And as you work through the course, you end up at Jack's, and the after party will be up there. It's a first of its kind event. Every charity event that I ever go to is always a golf tournament. It's golf tournament, golf tournament, golf tournament, golf tournament, golf tournament. And for once, we're trying to do something different. And Max had this idea, and I really liked it. And I know it's a fledgling event, and I know that nothing like it's ever been done. But it's one of those situations where you really need to just trust the people that are involved, the Home Builders Association and Max, and just know that it's going to be fantastic. 4:00 on Friday, come out. Trust me, I guarantee you that there will be an opportunity to get a team in at the last minute. I think it'll be cool.
Well, I'll put it this way. There's a lot of times where you miss out on that inaugural event. And here's the thing, you can miss out on it and then just hear everybody talk about it the next day on how awesome it was or anything else like that. Or you can take part in it. And you can be a part of that inaugural event and say, hey, I was there at the first one that we did. and now this is 30th anniversary, whatever it is that's coming up, and it does sound like it'd be a whole lot of fun.
I like I mentioned before, man. When Max, even though he ducked off and is in an Astros game, and I'm sure it's
You're on the clock. You're on the clock.
I'm up.
Who's on the clock?
Okay, I'm
Oh,
live.
you're up.
All right. Waller, Gabe Davis, McLaurin, Higgins, Lynn.
That was so nice of you. I was gonna wait till I finished.
I know. Okay. What?
Priorities, Lindsay. Priorities. Got to make the pick. Come on, Kelly.
I know. I'm
Oh,
looking at
shoot.
it. Let's see here.
I think somebody stole my idea, took mine.
It's funny that you get to this point, and I've got a Dolphin already, so Waddle's off the board. I've got a Charger, and I'm not loving it, but you know what? I'm gonna do what you know what? No, I'm gonna do this. I don't have any Courtland Sutton shares, and I think I'm gonna do that, and I think he's gonna be the number one in.
You very well.
Yeah, see there.
I think
am.
he's going to connect. I think Judy has all the talent in the world. I've never seen it, and so now I'm going to go with that. It was him or Mike Williams, because once again, that Chargers offense is just going to be loaded.
Lights out.
See, I was thinking about going with the quarterback this round, and apparently everybody else was as well.
Well, the top two went.
Yeah.
So and if you want to check, you can go to positions and then just click quarterback. And so if you click this right here, it'll show you who's gone. And I just think it's Mahomes and Allen.
Yeah, that's not clicking right there. But that's
Okay.
okay. That's okay. What do we
So
got here? I don't want to. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey. I hear you.
gonna get numbers.
Hey,
Gonna get numbers.
trust
You know what? Just for the heck of it.
Hey,
I think I'm gonna go Brady.
Tom
I'm gonna
Terrific.
Brady, yeah. Just because I think he's gonna get numbers right there. I don't know if he's gonna.
I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I drafted the running back from that situation, so I clearly am a fan. So let's see here.
Sorry, I got a little quiet because I'm looking at the board. I'm trying to concentrate on two things. Looking at the board, and now I see what Ed meant by fantasy on the brain. Because I'm looking at the board right here, and now I'm starting to think. I don't want, and I'm up again.
You're
That's
up
right.
again.
It's coming up right there. So now I was actually taking a look at that second wide receiver position, and
There's a stack of them right there.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of receivers that are grouped in there that are pretty even.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I was taking a look at the list. I don't see any of my particular receivers in here.
And this is one of those spots where you really have to determine value, where you go, you know, if I take a spot here, is there a better chance that a guy of this caliber is there when I'm back around the next time? At the end of the draft, what I highly recommend, because there's going to be a ton of picks. There's going to be 20 picks in between us. Take who you. This is where you have to take who you want, because if there's a guy 10 picks down, they're not coming.
No.
They're not gonna see.
I think my mouse just froze on me. Okay, no, it did. Okay, it got him.
All right,
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson. All right, now I'm back on the clock. I think he's undervalued.
That's a good pick, Gino, by the way.
Is that a good pick?
Deontay Johnson, I think he's going to have a spectacular season.
Yeah,
He's going to be number one in Pittsburgh.
Hey, Mitch Trubisky
Yep, there
is
you go.
going to be just laces out. You're up. Let's see here.
I want to turn the camera around just because you can the look
Wait.
of concentration on Lindsay's face right now as she's checking everything out right now.
Wait, what did I?
Okay, hold on. I worry.
Yeah, I'm worried about myself.
Do you want to go check on her?
Hold on. There's no way you wanted to do that, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you're the commish. Can you back it up?
I'm gonna undo it. Undo
Really?
There
pick.
you go. There you go.
I'm unfortunately with Trubisky, you're stuck.
Okay.
But I will tell you that there's no way you want to trade McBride, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
What's going wrong? All right, we'll try.
Do you have it open in 2 different places? It's got me on the clock. Am I going to have to pick it that one?
No. That was me just turning it back on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hold on.
Is that one okay?
Yeah, that's
It's better.
Take history.
yeah. Kiddo. That's
Okay.
Oh, Kindle something.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I was. Yeah. We like that.
That's a Kindle
I think
good.
he's the consensus 4-5 tight end. Him and Waller are.
Yeah,
They're
right.
interchangeable.
Yeah, they're right.
Yeah. Okay. Way better than your last pick.
I don't even know who that guy is.
I didn't. Does he work?
Are you picking from the bottom of the
Does
list?
he work
Lindsay? Is
here?
that what
And you're
your
just like,
auto picks
are you
You know
dating him?
why I put him in the queue is because
Why?
the
I got to hear
from
this
the
logic.
Sun Bowl.
Hold the mic towards her.
No, he told me because he played in the Sun Bowl, I should put him in my queue. So
Oh.
I
Oh, so
did.
you were trusting
Oh.
I
Bernie?
was just being nice. I didn't
And you-
need to pick him. I timed out and I went with a wide receiver and I hit Trubisky. Okay.
Okay, it's fine. It's okay. Relax, calm down. You
I
survived.
all
have
good.
fat
It's all good.
fingers.
It's a good thing you're friends with the commissioner. Excuse me, Mr. Commissioner.
It is Mr. Commissioner. Thank you.
He's Mr. Commissioner. So, it's a good thing that the commissioner was right here. He understood what was going on. He is a fair and just commissioner.
Thank you.
For now.
I
For
owe
now.
you.
We'll see how it goes week 4 or 5.
About episode 6 or 7
Yeah.
of this new Game of Thrones thing might not be.
Okay.
Might not be. Yes.
We're
Might
gonna
just
do a red wedding and
with an Iron Throne.
yeah.
Probably not, but
you,
Trey
meant,
McBride was just a little loosey goosey.
you meant to play that defense, didn't you, that week?
That's the cool thing about being the commissioner. Points adjustments. Up.
I don't know about that. Now. I don't know about that. Remember, you're live on the internet. This is all for everybody there to see.
I can neither confirm nor deny these allegations.
You cannot. You cannot. All right, who do we got coming up here?
We had a little run
Romero's
there.
on the clock. Okay, Walker's
Kittle.
on the clock.
Yep, Walkie's inside.
Okay. Hey, shouldn't they be working, or should we come in?
Oh, Lance is working. Walkie is. It's his day off.
Oh, there you go. So what does he do? He comes to work.
He comes to work. That's how loyal. I mean, that's loyalty.
It is.
And funny story, I'm buying a nameplate. Once again, as I mentioned, arguably the greatest fantasy football player of all time. Ordering a nameplate for a trophy that I won from a league last year. So,
There you go.
And of course, just to remind everybody about this league here, it is a charity league. So the winner, there's some cash involved, but the winner basically gets to choose which organization that they would like to donate.
yeah,
to.
I'd really love to keep it. One of the things we've been doing at the Home Builders Association with Lindsay's help is we've really identified some super cool local charities that do some unbelievably good work, and they can use. They don't get the name recognition that a lot of the bigger ones do, or a lot of the ones that are just kind of out in front of people a little more. And I just know that any like whether Souls for Souls or just anything, like it's just funny because I know for a fact it would make a huge difference in what they're able to do. So I can't tell you how excited I am to be a part of this, and I don't know if the fantasy football idea was Max's idea, and then Lindsay came up with the charity aspect, or vice versa. But once again, thank you guys. Super cool.
No, I think it was a great idea to go ahead and have it done that way, because it allows you to, you're playing for something. I'll put it that way. You're playing for something that is going to be pretty cool that you can go ahead and get done. And so you've got that goal in mind that you're going to go ahead and you're going to win some cash for your favorite organization, for your favorite charity. And then, of course, there's that motivation of coming in last. Am I on the clock again? Okay.
No, not yet. Lance.
Oh,
is-
and 7 picks. Okay.
Lance.
I just looked up at the monitor and saw you on the clock, but I'm on the clock at 7 picks. Okay,
Yep.
we're good. So, yeah, so that extra motivation of not having to walk in there with some high schoolers and take an SAT, because I've actually never taken the SAT. I took the ACT,
Same.
the score out there, and I'm very proud of my score in my ACT. Scored that 26.
Yeah. Super.
It would have been better if it wasn't for that math score, which I tell you is my Achilles heel. and which would drag me down on that SAT score.
Hey, if I'm in last, can I just use my daughter's score? She's going to take the SAT
Okay.
soon.
So,
She's a senior this year.
you know,
in high
but
school.
she can tutor you.
You
She can
guys,
tutor you.
I
Yeah,
just,
you can-
with the Elijah Mitchell pick and Marquise Brown, I think you're
gonna be good.
building,
He's gonna be pretty
you're
good.
building a base.
I've got a good base going. So
You've got a good base. But the good thing is, like you said, if by chance you need a study buddy,
yeah, then,
You-
Yeah.
She'll be able to
She's
do it.
right there. She'll be able to tell you, Dad, that's
Yeah,
not
pick
how you
C.
do it.
Pick C the whole way through.
You got a 1 in 4 shot at getting it.
You know.
Don't make nifty patterns on your paper. You know,
Yeah.
that one doesn't work out too well. I tried that.
Do they
before.
still use? We have to use.
You know,
number
I have
2
no
pencil.
idea.
What?
I
How
have
is it
no
working
idea why
these
they would
days?
even work on those tests anymore.
Right.
Do they take it on
I-
an iPad?
Is it on a computer?
I wish they would just flip it and force you to use a number 1 pencil.
The number 1.
A number 1 pencil? Well, those things never last. They don't. I
Neither
mean,
neither do SAT scores.
You're constantly sharpening them. They just don't. It's just.
I refuse to be number 2 in anything.
The only thing and we kids study for your SATs. Okay, we don't want to say anything bad. Study for your SATs.
Laces out, you're up,
Laces out is up.
and do not take Trey McBride.
I was going to say that the one
Let's see
thing,
here.
study for your SATs, kids, but the one thing that my ACT did do for me was got me to take my algebra class again in college because I had to take that class at the branch to get into my college algebra. So that was the only thing that it helped me out with.
I'm on set. Yeah, well, test taking is a skill.
It is.
And that's one of the things that I really think you have to figure out first before you become really good at it, is that there's an entire methodology to it.
Yeah, there is. Okay, so I've got my 2 wide receivers. I got my 2
All
running
right,
backs.
you're up after me, so I'm up right now.
Ooh. See, right now is when I'm starting to think about maybe defense. Just because. And my particular defense is available. Oh, that was another reason. I'm gonna do that. Just I've got to have at least one part of my 49ers team representing, and I think I want to take their defense.
Gino, are you going to be giving any league updates in the mornings on KGRT? Are you going to have like a
No, but I will have league updates on a.
roundup minute or something and say who won, who lost?
I
When he
will.
wins?
Yeah, that would be
When-
good.
I
when he
will just
wins?
quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, when I win, I will. Yeah, absolutely. When I win, I will absolutely let everybody know that I won. But we'll do some updates, of course. Every
When
week
you
here
when
on
you
the-
win,
on the
you'll have
podcast.
when you win, you'll have to start your day off with it's a great fantasy football day,
It's
everyone.
fantasy football day. Yeah. Every Friday, I'll sign up.
And Gino, no asking
And I'm up
listeners
again.
for help who the starter should be. Okay? I don't want to see any of that going on at all. Opening up the request line, getting advice.
What do we got left? I like the turnaround, and I don't like the turnaround. I'm definitely not ready for that.
Gino, do you have a favorite team in the NFL?
49ers fan.
49ers.
49ers fan. The 49ers fan ever since Montana
JR.
Rice. That's
Gosh,
what I'm
dang
gonna
it.
say.
Just got sniped. I was gonna take Pierce from Houston.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna
Like
that
him.
right there.
Mm.
I think I'm almost ready to just let the auto pick go for it. Am I wrong?
Farmouth is
Am I
good.
wrong?
That's not bad.
Am I wrong?
No, I'm. Hey, you're Pittsburgh. You're close to where I think you're close. What I would do is scroll down, find a couple of random names that you really like a little deeper,
Mhm.
and just put them in your queue. So you just find a couple guys that you want that aren't
Yeah,
at the top of the
they're gonna
list,
be at
and
Yeah,
then just
good.
put them in your queue.
That's
and
not
just,
a bad
just
idea.
get them, and then that way that they'll pop up for sure. I was debating on taking him this last time, so why not let's double down and we'll go right there.
Juju. Nice.
Number 1 wide receiver.
He is. He's going to be the number 1 wide receiver for Kansas City.
Exactly. I feel like, as a Bills fan, in the AFC, Kansas City is the top dog.
Mhm.
Until Buffalo can beat them when it matters, Kansas City's the top dog.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're just kind of taking that Tyreek thing a little too serious out in the sports world,
Right.
and not remembering who that quarterback is.
Right.
and I feel like he could make anyone.
Yeah, he'll make do with what he has, and he'll turn.
I feel like the same thing's happening in Green Bay right now too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
There might be a wide receiver right there. It's a sneaky get. Yeah, but for the first time in the draft, the guy that I wanted was taking 2 picks. I got snaked. I was looking. He was right there, and then I was looking. I was like, where did he go? This is another spot where, man, just these wide receivers right here are all real similar, and could there's 2 guys in this list right here of these next 10 wide receivers that if I told you they finished in the top 16, top 12, like one of them did, you wouldn't go, no, there's no way.
So I forgot to ask this. How many wide receivers, how many running backs are we playing for?
Two running backs start, 2 wide receivers start, and then a flex. And the flex can be a running back, a wide receiver, or a tight end.
Okay. Now, I was just wondering how many total once we're going to get into some of the bench players. I wanted to see what other options I have here. Okay. All right. We'll see how this one goes.
It's crunch time. This is the dog days of the draft. This is where leagues are won or lost. If there was some old school NFL films music.
Can you do the NFL themes music, Ed?
It was a blustery day in Lambeau Field. The frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
It was it was a warm summer's night.
I'm on the clock.
Oh, you're on the clock.
All right.
Put it in.
Heads up. Yeah, there's a couple receivers there that I think are great. I don't love the running back depth there, but there's a couple guys that I think are sneaky. All right, let me see here. Okay. Yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah.
I hear you.
What are you going?
What was left?
Cool Joe. It's just hard not to love. Man, Max is just taking everything. But I think I'm gonna have to root for his team.
He already took a defense. Max took a defense.
Yeah, well, so did I, but I wanted to.
Yeah.
See, that's just, I guess, being a little gun shy with some of my old leagues, because defenses could win or lose the whole thing for you, depending on how many points they lose.
Yeah. Thank you.
My computer just said, "Hey, homie,
Running out of juice.
plug me in."
I've got the bar down there if you need it, so you'll be good to go. Actually, you know what? We got so into the draft, I didn't realize that we're already past our hour.
Are we?
Yeah, we're already past our hour. So I'm going to tell you this right now that we're into the junk time on the draft right here. We're going to go ahead and end our Mesilla Valley News podcast and call it right now. And next week, of course, we'll be looking at some of the results of some of the first games. We'll be looking to see how the Aggies do against the Miners this Saturday in football. Of course, Aggie volleyball is going to be in action as well at the Pan Am Center. Go check out that game. And then, of course, kind of recapping maybe a little bit of all of the high school games that are going on. And we'll see what we're going to have going on for next week. But right now, I think we're going to go ahead and call an end to our Mesilla Valley News Sports podcast. And thanks for coming out with us. We will be back here again live 6 o'clock on Tuesday evening here at the Amador Live out on the patio. Come out and join us. It's been some great, nice, cool evenings.
It's so nice right now.
We're right here in the shade on the patio, so there's no sun right there. You can grab a table, enjoy a couple of drinks, and laugh at the goofy people that are on the radio. Always going to be on the internet. So there you go. So come on out here to the Mesilla Valley News Sports Podcast every Tuesday, 6 o'clock from the Amador Live. My name is Gino Aragon, and I'll see you guys next week.